Hey everyone, welcome to Craving Something Scary, where it's all horror, all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss what the title of the next Scream film may be. There are endless possibilities in play, and while some are better than others, we will continue guessing until the name is officially announced. However, it may just be possible that the name of the new Scream film has already been made public and hiding in plain sight all of this time. Let's go! So Project X is the company that is producing the new Scream sequel. Now, if their name sounds familiar, that's because they also produced Scream 5. And their chief content officer is none other than James Vanderbilt, who along with Guy Busick wrote Scream 5 and is writing the upcoming sequel as well. Now, what I'm about to show you is something that I find very interesting, and at the very least, it's worth discussing. So back in February, when the announcement of a sequel was made, we see here that Project X called it the Scream sequel. This is from Project X on their actual website. The announcement there was Scream sequel will be moving forward at Paramount and Spyglass. Now, there's an update that's been made just a couple of days ago here in May, and now Project X is calling it Scream 6. And you see the headline there: Melissa Brera, Jasmine, Mason Gooding, Jenna Ortega set to return, and it gives the little headline here and the information about the sequel and what we know so far with the new core 4 being renewed. But what's interesting is that it's Scream 6 here. So it got me thinking, has it changed anywhere else? Is this the only place? So I checked my IMDb Pro account, and here is what I found. It is now, sure enough, listed as Scream 6 on IMDb Pro. And the placeholder poster that's there has been updated with Scream 6 as well. And so if you look at the regular version of IMDb, also you see this. We see Scream 6 is the title, and it's been changed from what was there prior to this, guys, because previously it's been titled Untitled Scream Sequel, and it's now Scream 6, and even says it right there. Original title was Untitled Scream Sequel. There's been a change because it could just as easily still say Untitled Scream Sequel, but it doesn't. So guys, we're seeing it Scream 6 on Project X's website, and we're seeing it on both IMDb Pro and the regular IMDb. That has been changed as well. Now, we do not have an official announcement yet that their name has been set, but there's clearly been some activity going on regarding the title of the movie. And if these changes are any indication, it looks like Scream 6 is quickly rising to the top of possible titles for the film. Now, I know that some folks may say, well, how can you call it Scream 6 because the last one was titled just Scream? How does that make any sense? Well, here's how I think it makes sense, because remember, the inside joke of Scream 5 was that it was kind of mirroring Stab 8, because they made the whole joke about it in the Dead Meat section there when Richie was watching the Dead Meat stream on YouTube on his laptop. Remember? And they say, it's Stab 8, but, why don't they just call it that instead of just calling it Stab? We already have a Stab. That was a whole inside joke with Radio Silence for the last film. And Matt and Tyler even revealed that was kind of part of why they just named the movie Scream. They thought that it would be a very huge meta joke within the movie, because they also are not titling it Scream 5. They just titled it Scream. So it gave a little bit of insight to why they just chose to go that direction rather than just calling the movie Scream 5. It was an intentional joke to be meta, and that's why they included that footage for Stab 8. So that's interesting. But guess what? The meta joke is over now. And so for them to name it Scream 6, it's pretty much like them saying, hey, okay, the joke's over. We're back on track now. We realize that the last movie really was Scream 5. We all know it. It had the legacy cast in it. It was a requel. And so it technically fits right in with being called Scream 5 because it's not like a complete reboot or relaunch or what have you. So I think it's kind of cool, actually, if this ends up being true and they stick with the Scream 6 title, which is what I personally hope it is named. I think it's cool because, again, it's basically them acknowledging that was a joke. That the guys, we know Scream was actually Scream 5. So we're going to do it right now. It's going to be Scream 6 because that's what it is. That's what I'm thinking. Now, of course, there's a lot of great other names that you could go with. And I've been saying since the sequel was announced that I just do not want this to be titled Scream 2. That is the worst possible move in my book to go that direction. So I'm just hoping I would literally take pretty much anything at this point except for Scream 2. If we just don't go that route, I'll be okay. And you could do Scream Returns. Scream is, still screaming. There's so many ways you could go. A Scream Resurrection, which I do not like the title Resurrection. It just never seems to work well in movies. Those movies usually tend to be horrible, but it would still work. You could even do it, Scream Resurrection type title. But there are literally, countless ways. I know in all of our live streams and other videos we've talked about possibilities. And most of them are all pretty much in my book okay. But what I really want is to get back on track. Let's go. Scream 6. Just make it simple. Because look, no matter what it's called, I know the majority of us will probably still call this movie Scream 6. Now, if it has a tagline like we're seeing with Halloween, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, those kind of things, there's a good chance that we will not call it Scream 6 all the time because we'll just call it what it is. But I prefer the Scream 6 title, and we'll see if it sticks. Like I say, we don't know for sure. This is not an official announcement by any means. This is not them coming right out and saying, here it is. And so until we have that official word, we still are in a bit of a guessing game and theorizing because we just don't know for sure. However, at the very least, guys, I wanted to put this on your radars today so that you could be aware that there's been a change, just like I did with the Courtney Cox video. I think Courtney Cox is returning, but there was a change, and I think it's my duty to do that. I need to let you guys know if I see something that changes. This is another instance of that. It was Scream sequel in February. It's Scream 6 in May, and IMDb opens it up on Pro and the regular IMDb and updates it as well. So take that and run with it as you wish or not, but it's at least worth discussing and thinking about. And hopefully we'll know, I would think they would make the announcement in, the next month or two, what the title is going to be, maybe even sooner. We'll see. But guys, listen, I want to know what you guys think. Do you predict it will be Scream 6, or do you think they're going to go with a tagline with a different name underneath it? Let me know your thoughts, your ideas, any theories you have on the name. I would love to talk about it below in the comments section. So leave your comment down there right now, and let's get that dialogue started. But that's going to be it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Scream and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thank you for watching.